More than half of children in the U.S. are at risk of lead exposure. According to the CDC here in Wisconsin, a new study says the lead exposure rate among children under age 6 is more than twice the national average statewide. News 8 Now's Rob Romano reports.
Dr. Elizabeth Hansen is a pediatrician at Gunderson Health. She spoke about the long-term impacts of lead exposure in children.
It can affect brain development. And then long-term, we see difficulties with learning and specifically with attention.
The lead exposure rate for Wisconsin children under age 6 is 4.3%. That's more than twice the national average of 1.9%. Those numbers are according to a study published in the American Medical Association. Dr. Hansen recommends that kids get tested for lead levels in their bloodstream.
Usually we recommend having kids at risk for lead exposure be screened at age 1 and then again at age 2. Or if we miss those ages, we would do it up until age 6.
Lead paint has been illegal for consumer use since 1978. Dr. Hansen says there are ways to keep kids safe, even if they're growing up in an old house.
Not having the kids play in the dirt right outside the house, further away from the house in the lawn rather than in the flower bed right next to the house. In the water from the pipes, they can have lead, so letting the water run on cool for 5-10 minutes before they start using the water in the morning. That can help too.
The EPA says 87% of homes built before 1940 have lead-based paint inside them. UWL student Patrick Leary has lived in Wisconsin since last year. I shared the contents of the study with him, and he's concerned.
Whether it's water, old paint, old dust from the buildings, something like that, whatever it is, I feel like this is something that we need to get to the bottom of.
Meanwhile, physicians like Hansen are on the lookout for any kids with elevated lead levels, and so are officials.
Working with the county health department, who can more specifically look at their unique situation to limit exposure.
In La Crosse, Rob Romano, News 8 Now.
And the amount of kids being screened for lead exposure has decreased in the past few years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. If you're concerned about lead in your home, you can call the La Crosse County Health Department at 608-785-9872.